Okay, here we go. We're gonna play Bloodborne. I have a lot of time. This game, hold on, let me look. 35 hours, 67 hours, 30 hours. I've got, I think it's 23 hours. I've got a lot of time in Bloodborne. So we're gonna make a new one. That's why it's a good test stream, because
We're play Bloodborne.
I can't. I have to delete a character. I have a lot. Who am I gonna delete? This game. It can't be Chesty Fontaine. 5 hours, 67 hours, 30 hours. Let's get rid of the berries and cream man. I've got 23 hours. I've got a lot of time in Bloodborne. So we're gonna make a new one.
Well, you've come to the right place. Yharnam is the home of blood and discretion.
I have to delete.
Need only unravel its
Who
mystery.
am I gonna delete? This game. I'll turn down the
outsider like yourself to begin.
67 hours, 30 hours.
Easy.
Let's get rid of the berries and cream.
First,
I want
you'll need a contract.
it to be audible, but I don't want it to be too loud. Like, I don't want it to overpower my voice.
To the right place. Yharnam is the home of blood and discretion.
I have to delete.
Need only unravel its mystery.
Who am I gonna delete? I'll turn down the
Outsider like yourself to begin.
67 hours, 30 hours.
Easy.
Is it? Let's get rid of the berries and cream. Give me just one moment. I want it to be audible, but I don't want it to be too loud. Like, I don't want it to overpower my voice. What is happening? Well, that was on me. I forgot to close the thing that was monitoring if my stream was up or not. Probably why it was being so goddamn loud. Well, this is why we test. What kind of build do I want to do? I've done... for funds, we'll do a an arcane build. We'll do a Moonlight Grace sword. Hold on, let me go close my door because my roommates are very loud. Okay, let us be a young woman who has suffered a cruel fate. Her name will be... Eloise? You know what? No. She'll just be Eloise. I should probably actually confirm it. She'll be a young woman with a cruel fate. How about that? You can get very silly with some of these sliders. Like, you can make your people into, like, literal goddamn monsters. Give her burly upper body. Oh god. Oh no! Oh no! Oh goodness! The faces are not supposed to be able to do this. It just kind of breaks everything if you do. Let's we'll use this one as a preset. I want her to look really young. You turned her skin kind of purple there. Nose to forehead ratio. I won't spend too much time on this, but some bigger eyes. We're gonna have a little anime girl. That's what we're gonna do. And she's very sad. She has had an unfortunate past. It comes through. Oh god. That's more what I was going for. She's got kind of like a Korean vibe going. Give her some nice lipstick. Yeah, that's good. Yeah. Facial hair. Give her a beard. I'm into the idea of her being kind of tomboyish. Give her the ponytail. I like that. Black is good. Like that. Go over to pupils. Okay, those are your irises, not your pupils, but she's gonna have very dark eyes, so we'll work up to a bit of a brown here. There we'll go. Whoops. That'll do. I don't seem to do much. Give one of these. Let's put it on the other side. She'll be a little bookish. She's cutie. Little Miss Eloise. I'm gonna save you. I forgot that I made Hubert Farnsworth. Alright, let's do it. The best part of this game is it takes 8 years to load anything.
Good. All signed and sealed. Now, let's begin the transfusion. Oh, don't you worry. Whatever happens, you may think it all a mere bad dream.
I don't think we ever find out who that guy is. Because he's not Gehrman. A lot of people think he's Gehrman. But he's not. These guys are your buddies. Pretty cute.
Ah, you found yourself a hunter.
We can't open the door yet. This is Yosefka's clinic. Seek pale blood to transcend the hunt. So this game's story is like really wild. It's very Lovecraftian in nature. Where's my puppy? Where's my posers? So I'm decently good at this game. I'm not gonna say I'm an expert at it. There's people who can like, people who can tear this game apart, just backwards and forwards. Like people who listen to the podcast. Paul was a master at this game. Paul wrecks this game. I do an okay job. But I really like it. I definitely think of heat of time games. I would say this one is just behind Sekiro for me. I just love Sekiro. But between this and between Sekiro and Bloodborne, it's honestly very close. Anyone who knows me at all, absolute love for cosmic horror, anything Lovecraft. I'm being a little saucy with the game right now. You're supposed to have died by now. And going to the Hunter's Dream for the first time is how you get your weapons. And I'm doing this just to prove that I don't need to die. Hey, bud. How are you? I missed. Come on.
Beast! Oh, foul beast! You're fiend!
This could be one. Nah, he was off center.
You are not wanted here!
So if you look real closely at these
It's all
guys,
your fault!
these guys yell about you being a beast.
I'll
And you're
mess
not
up
warned.
your brain!
But if you look at his left arm, would be to our right. See how it's like all elongated and hairy? As if he's midway through transformation himself.
Oh, God!
No, it must be your hands. And then we saw that giant werewolf dude, which then begins to beg the question of, like, what's going on? Why is everybody transforming in the first place? Information we don't have yet. But you were immediately called a hunter. It's our good friend. Let's talk to our other good friend.
Oh, you must be a hunter, and not one from around here either. I'm Gilbert, a fellow outsider. You must have had a fine time of it. Yarnum has a special way of treating guests. Well, I don't think I could stand if I wanted to, but I'm willing to help. If there's anything that can be done, this town is cursed. Whatever your reasons might be, you should plan a swift exit. Whatever can be gained from this place, it will do more harm than good.
So, a little basic backstory. You noticed in the beginning we were getting a blood transfusion, and now things have gotten very silly. People come to the land of Yarnum because it is said that through their arts of blood transfusion they could heal almost all diseases. So we don't know why this particular hunter has come to Yarnum. Eloise could be anybody. Hunter's Dream, wonderful hub world. So I'm going for an arcane build, and none of that's going to matter just yet. So I'm just going to start the game with the Saw Cleaver. It's a very basic, like, just kind of obvious choice. Take the pistol. So now we're kitted up. Now we can leave notes because we're playing online. And this here's Gehrman. But you notice he doesn't look like that old man who gave us the transfusion. He doesn't have a beard. He's wearing different clothes.
Aha! You must be the new hunter. Welcome to the Hunter's Dream. this will be your home. For now, I am... Gammon. Friend to you hunters. You're sure to be in a fine haze about now, but don't think too hard about all of this. Just go out and kill a few beasts. It's for your own good. You know, it's just what hunters do. You'll get used to it. This was once a safe haven for hunters. A workshop where hunters used blood to enhance their weapons and flesh. We don't have as many tools as we once did, but you're welcome to use whatever you find. Even the dog, should it please you.
To escape this dreadful hunter's dream, halt the source of the spreading scourge beasts. Let's the night carry on forever. So, you got a transfusion and became a hunter. Presumably having something to do with the blood. We're gonna give our little boys a top hat. Because they deserve it. I believe that was like a pre-order bonus or something I could get. I don't remember. Gonna reacquaint myself with the controls. So trick weapons, every weapon in this game, well, most weapons in this game, have a transformation. Where you'll change their moveset and the way they operate. Claw Cleaver can go from a very fast, close-range weapon to a somewhat slower, but longer-range weapon. So I'm going to get in some level ups and upgrades and stuff to try and make myself a little stronger, a little bit more durable, but then most of the stuff's going to be going into a mix of like arcane and dexterity maybe. I'm going to try and use some of the more magical weapons, which has been one of my favorite builds. It'll allow me to fairly competently wield the Moonlight Greatsword once I get my hands on it. That's part of the DLC, so that'll be a little farther in. See how much of a difference that just weapon makes. Like, that's gone from having to duel back and forth with a guy to being able to just tear him apart pretty easily. It's been a hot minute, so I'm probably going to be pretty rusty. These guys are really fun to take on if you take the axe. The axe's transformation makes it very, very large. And you can just tear through very large get blood vials to heal yourself, because that's the transfusions. So it begs the question, what's in that blood? Why is it so special that it can heal your wounds? Nerd. So now that I've competently torn that guy apart, I'm gonna watch this guy beat my ass. That's the wrong button. do have a gun, but the gun's not really doing primary damage. The gun is for... If I can get one off. If you attack with the gun at precisely the right moment, that's how you parry it. I'm doing just a cock-up job of it. There we go. And then you can reach up and rip out his big old fat tummy bone. Up. I don't think there's anything important back here, but echoes is echoes, my friend. What are you doing? Alright, well. Robbing stuff. A lot of enemies in this game will kind of wander around. So you gotta always keep an eye on your surroundings. There are a few areas in this game that I'm very bad at. Anywhere you see these red lanterns, they have special incense that's supposed to keep beasts away. And you can talk to the people inside.
Are you that outsider? Well, sorry, but I don't want anything to do with you. Trot along, will ya? Are you that outside? Well, sorry, trot along.
Most of the people of Yarnum are not very nice.
Lazio, come on. You'd open the door on a night of the hunt. Away with you. Now. Lazio.
Some of them will tell you different things depending on how many times you talk. A lot of them will change what they say depending on the time of the night. So what you'll see right now is it's like early evening. As the game progresses, it'll get darker and darker until a few certain event happens. Hey, buddy. Bloodstone shards can be used to upgrade weapons. You also have a couple different types of dodge in this game. So if you don't have, well, if nothing special's happening, anytime you dodge, you'll roll. But if you're locked onto an enemy, quick step. Knowing your different types of dodge and how they interact, very important to stay alive. If you notice the roll, go a little farther away. The quick step can be very precise. It can get you right underneath those hit zones. Power attack off on the back of the enemy will knock them down, so you can rip the vehicles out. We're gonna put here. So we'll have those to throw around. I have unequipped my weapon. When that happens, oh no, I'm being shot. Another fun thing about this game you may have noticed me do. Every time you take damage, the bigger your health bar will stay orange for a bit. Attacking. So, fill part of that orange health bar. So you can Reward aggression with health. I think is pretty cool. Getting dicey. Right. Cold blood will give me some extra blood echoes when I use it. You, sir, are quite unappreciated. Big boy on the other side getting real angry.
I don't reckon you're from round here. Well, stuck outside on a night of the hunt. How you poor, poor thing. I don't reckon we're...
These people's is assholes. Here's a big boy. He knows you're coming. Oh, goodness. So you notice this guy's got like a bunch of hair busting out. One of his shoes is split open. They got claws, so they're transforming into beasts. Now I got a torch. That sets stuff on fire if I want. But I won't. Getting a little messy. Can't go that way yet. Whoop. One of the good things about the recovery system is even once an enemy's dead, you can still kind of... Come on, man. Bitch. Whoop. Alright, I'm starting to get a little angry. Stop it. So there's some werewolves, and they're quite unpleasant to deal with. If I can do one at a time, I'd really prefer that. Come at me, beast. That. Oh god. Yeet. So beasts, particularly weak to fire. These two werewolves are honestly some of the most problematic enemies in the game. So there's a little side path I'm gonna go down. This game's got all kinds of little side things you can go down. I'm probably gonna get myself killed, so I want to open up a shortcut. Really blowed it. Been a hot minute since I've played. When the hunt began, the healing church left us, blocking the great bridge to the cathedral ward as old Yarnum burned to the ground that moonlit night. Whoa. And with this, we have ourselves a tasty shortcut back to this first line. Not gonna go that way yet. I'm thinking about it, but I don't think we really need to. We can open up this door in a bit. The first enemy you ordinarily would come across, or the first boss, rather, is up on top of this bridge. But entirely optional. We're gonna do it, but we're gonna do it after we get to level up. We can't level up until we get an insight. So we're gonna go down a little side path and get a whole bunch of extra blood echoes and get ourselves an insight so that we can go level up before we fight it. Because I like it that way. Takes a lot of the stress out of that first fight. Down we go. That's the way back out. That's a way down. So you notice a lot of these coffins and caskets have chains, as though people are afraid whatever's in them might try and get back out. Now these guys have transformed into proper beasts and are also huge dicks. How did that miss? So they got really long, lanky limbs, lots of fur. They still look vaguely human. But that is not what they are anymore. Part of the thing is really getting on their shot parries, being able to kind of predict what they're about to do. Like I said, it's been a hot minute. I'm hoping I don't cock it up too bad, but it's been long enough since I played this that I'm probably going to make a few very major mistakes. Those ones, a little bit tougher. Drop down, get this. Kill that rat. I believe he's trying to climb back. We're not gonna lie. Shoot him. Come on, jerk. There's some big rats. Now rats don't grow this big in the wild. They don't really explain anything. There's usually like giant rats in this kind of games. It is my assumption that particularly in Bloodborne, the reason they're so big is that maybe some of the blood that's gone bad, they may just flush into the sewers, and the rats will eat it. They also come on, jerk. There's really no point to going over here. I just like murdering. Starting to run a little low on bullets. Hey there, guy. I'm not exactly sure what this dude's wielding. Is it just like a fence post? You're sure. Oil urns can be useful. What they do is if you splash something with oil and then hit it with fire, it takes a whole lot of extra damage. We're gonna get ourselves all kitted out here. Now we're a right proper hunter. So none of the armor in this game works in like a traditional way. We're like, oh, you get better armor and you survive things because your armor's better. Every armor set in this game is to protect against something specific, and nothing is going to be like huge upgrades to just your general combat ability. You really got to figure out what's going to be the problem. Am I struggling against something? Do I have a set of armor that can work with it? And there are some that are better for certain things than others. But of course, find something that's like a really nice, heavy, just physical armor set, as opposed to just something like this that gives you defenses. A little bit. These things are easy, breezy, beautiful cover girl. When you got the axe, you can just throw them around and play with them like little dolls. So these things are weird. You notice they start like they've got a pretty beastly transformation going on, but you notice you can also see like a lot of bone and stuff going through. A lot of them, they're like missing their legs and stuff, so I'm wondering like if people have died recently enough, can the corpses actually be reanimated by whatever's happening? And these are the corpses that have managed to fight their way out of their caskets. You notice there's a lot of coffins down here. As if, after a while, they stopped burying their dead and just started dumping them in the sewers. I'm a little lost. It has been a while. This area's not too big, so a little cursory exploration should make my time good. This place has got people up above. It's rat found these boats here. I think that's where you get the rifle spear. Up above area. Madman's Knowledge. That's what I came here for. So now next time I go, with 100 green, I can level up. Skull of an enlightened madman used to gain insight. Making contact with Eldritch wisdom is a blessing, for even if it drives one mad, it allows one to serve a grander purpose for posterity. So insight is a very useful resource. Use it for a lot of things, like, you know, playing in the multiplayer and such. It's even a resource you can use to buy stuff. God dang. Alright, we're trying to switch over to you so I can take it. Game's being a little dickish. So insight is a very useful resource, but it can also give you some trouble, because, as the name implies, it is your insight into things man was never meant to know. And there is a status effect. It's very similar to the way bleed works in the Souls series, where the meter fills up and you just take a shit-ass ton of damage. It's called Frenzy. And the more insight you have, the more susceptible you are to Frenzy, because it is preying on your madness. The weakness of your mind is crazy when you have too much insight. And especially when doing this kind of, whenever you're doing this game, like one might. Like me and Paul have done this. Set a password so we can play together and running through every boss more than once. Because, you know, we're helping each other through. You can stack up tons and tons and tons of insights whenever you get later into the game. And there's enemies that very consistently use Frenzy. That shit hurts. Real bad. I don't want to spend too much time here because I'm going to have to come back. Because this is on the way to, what's his name? Father Gascoigne. Ourselves another door.
Trying to fool me to open this door. Heavens, the depths of depravity.
Yeah, those evil outsiders want to use entrances and exits like some kind of asshole. Something you'll get here is that people of Yharnam seem to find outsiders to be unclean or unworthy in some way. oftentimes will blame them as being the cause of the beasts. This is another shortcut, you amigos.
Are you? But I know that smell. Are you a hunter? And Daddy's really looking for my mum. Daddy never came back from the hunt, and she went to find him. But now she's gone too. I'm all alone and scared. Really? Oh, thank you. My mum wears a red jeweled brooch. It's so big and beautiful. You won't miss it. Oh, I mustn't forget. If you find my mum, give her this music box. It plays one of Daddy's favourite songs. And when Daddy forgets us, we play it for him so he remembers. Mum's so silly running off without it.
So that's an important thing for Father Gascoigne. Because she said, when Daddy forgets us. And what could be so severe as to cause a father to forget his children? In fact, let's go ahead and read the description on that item. A small music box received from a young Yarnum girl plays a song shared by her mother and father. Inside the lid is a small scrap of paper, perhaps an old message. 2 names can be made out, however faintly. Viola and Gascoigne. Whoops. Didn't mean to do that. I'm actually going to go ahead and put that on my bar here. That's an important item for the Gascoigne fight. Not necessary, but it makes it way easier. I went off to the side again. Son of a bitch. I want to get that. Basically home free. As soon as I get to a certain other unlock, there's another shortcut that I want to open up. As soon as we get that, we're going to go to the Hunter Stream, get ourselves beefed up a bit. Once I do that, go and we will fight our first boss. Not sure why that's being displayed. So you notice these are around here? If you hit them, you can see where people have died. So that guy went and got himself beat up by Henry Stickman over there, whom we soundly dispatched by running away and getting the shit slapped out of us. Come on, dick. So these guys have very wide telegraphs. Like these are pretty good enemies to learn the mechanics of counterattacking with. Later enemies don't do that shit. Much harder. Come on. So there is a difference in the noise you make between running and walking. By walking up behind enemies who haven't spotted you, you'll be quiet enough to sneak attacks off. Especially on enemies like that who are already a little problematic. I'll open up the shortcut first, but I think I'll pop down there and go ahead and get the rifle spear and stuff. And I'm also going to go ahead and talk to Eileen the Crow. Oh, come on, Eileen. Oh, I swear what he means in this moment. Well, that's down. Grab that a bit. In there. And it is important for me specifically, weapons you can get from Eileen are pretty good for arcane builds.
Oh. A hunter, are you? And an outsider? What a mess you've been caught up in. And tonight of all nights. Here, to welcome the new hunter. Prepare yourself for the worst. There are no humans left. They're all flesh-hungry beasts now. Still lingering about. What's wrong? A hunter unnerved by a few beasts? No matter. Without fear in our hearts, we're little different from the beasts themselves.
Now I can do this. No, not that. No, not that. There we go. You hold down X and make gestures and you have little things you can do. They're not important. That's right, I gotta hop down. Gonna take damage. We'll open up this shortcut and get her moving. Stop it, doggy.
You're a hunter, aren't you? Then, well, do you know of any safe places?
I don't right now. We will come back to that later. Played this, and you haven't before. I can't stress this enough. Kill those dogs. Break out of the cages and kill them. So you heard that laughing. So surely we must be somewhere we've been before. Yes, my friends, we are. You done went and danged on lived. fight makes you feel alive, like getting your face smashed in with a cinder block. So the reason I'm getting all this stuff first, before going back even once, is that those who are familiar with the Souls games will know. Once you rest, everything respawns. So while the coast is clear, it's better to go ahead and get this shit, instead of having to come back and do it all again. There's that spear. So this is the saw cleaver. I'm not going to use the saw spear. It's not quite as good a weapon. It is very similar in the way it fights, but it is much longer. Another thing to note is that certain weapons, when you have them transformed, you can shoot your gun because they will then be two-handed. And your gun will become, or rather, the button will become a different command, something specific to that weapon. Any Wazzle. Five-point difference. I'm gonna go ahead and stick with the saw cleaver for now. Just because this early on, I'm gonna have no real need. I go down to the same fucking side I did. I'm gonna have no need to increase the stats necessary to make that weapon good, by comparison. Because the reason it's worse is because of my stats scaling. Because this character is going to be predominantly an arcane thing, I don't have the strength and dexterity needed to make that a decent weapon. Because how much damage weapons do in this game is based on stat scaling. Some weapons will have higher scaling values than the stat. So a weapon that has an A in dexterity gets much more damage off of your dexterity stat than a weapon that has a C. Alright, bye. You know what? We have a bold hunter's mark. The image upon this parchment allows one to envision the room with clarity. Allows a hunter to awaken again without losing blood echoes, a trick that seems nearly too good to be true. I can use this. And without losing my stuff, go back to the last lamp. Now I'm here, all my good stuff, all my big money. Let's go get beefy. And now the doll. She moves.
Hello, good hunter. I am a doll, here in this dream to look after you. Honorable hunter, pursue the echoes of blood, and I will channel them into your strength. You will hunt beasts, and I will be here for you. to embolden your sickly spirit. Very well. Let the echoes become your strength. Let me stand close. Now shut your eyes.
I got 6 points I can spend. I'm gonna do 4 in this. I'll put 2 in strength to give my weapons a little bit more damage and increase my defense. But now, with a bunch of extra health, a little bit more damage,
Did you speak with Gehrman?
much better equipped to fight a
He was
boss.
a hunter long, long ago, but now serves only to advise them. He is obscure, unseen in the dreaming world. Still, he stays here, in this dream. Such is his purpose. Farewell, good hunter. May you find your worth in the waking world.
Gehrman is a asshole. This is where that shortcut comes in real big out. Damn. You, sir.
This time's finished.
Other side of these werewolves, so I don't gotta deal with them. Crows. Yeet. Now I'm sitting pretty clear piece. think it. But his big beefy arm is actually his weak point. Hit it enough times, and knock him down. So good to get the kill with that. That gives me the Sword Hunter badge, which gives me access to buy new weapons. Although, I say new, it's really only the starting weapons. But those badges, pretty neat. It's a key item. Yep. One of the badges crafted by the Healing Church. The silver sword is a symbol of a church hunter. Ludwig was the first of many Healing Church hunters to come, many of whom were clerics. As it was, clerics transformed into the most hideous beasts. Ludwig is an important name. Memorize it well. That will be where we leave off for now, because this was just a test stream to see how things were going to go. Because of the whole Twitch thing, I can't upload stuff from Twitch anymore to archive onto YouTube, and you can only hold on to videos on Twitch for so long. So I've got a couple episodes of Tales of Arise downloaded that I'm going to end up moving over, hopefully. I think I may have missed one though, so there might be some content missing from that, so hopefully there's not